If this is the Todd Boehly we're going to get, please stay forever. Because he was efficient, concise, and to the point. This interview reveals all about Chelsea's long-term plans, short-term plans, why Tuchel got sacked, and this interview gives me hope that we are going to become a dynasty, not just a good, great club, a pinpoint top-class club. Welcome to the Kavkas View, guys, and in today's video, we have got tremendous news. Number one, Chelsea make an offer for Luis Campos. The PSG sporting executive gets an offer who also advises Celta Vigo. I'll tell you what the number is and what his transfer kitty is going to blow your mind. It means Chelsea are going to be busy. It's going to be fantastic. Then Todd Boehly does a beautiful interview, one that has so much information. Literally, I could have just listened to him speak for a considerable period of time because it was literally content for me to relay here and take away about the club that we love. It was so fascinating. If you get the time, go and find the link and go and watch it. But I will break it down for you in the key points. So you better stay here. Then we talk about the Salzburg game tomorrow. High level, nothing too intense. We're just going to talk about who's playing and who's out and how did Potter come across in his first interview. Other than that, let's get on with the video. But of course, these videos take time to do. The edits are super long, so if you're super kind, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and let me know your thoughts. I'm not asking for super chats, I'm not asking for super comments, I'm just asking for a simple like, simple subscription, and an opinion comment is my Instagram. If you want to follow me and send me a DM asking about football, I usually respond. So do your thing. So as you know, Chelsea have been chasing Michael Edwards, and it looks like Michael Edwards doesn't want to come out of retirement because it looks like he's either taking a retirement or he's on a sabbatical for a year where he won't be working, the former Liverpool chief executive, the sporting director. Yet now we are after Luis Campos for a 2-year deal. 2 years in the sense of football world. So a transfer window in January and a transfer window in the summer for him to prepare it for us. Using his contacts, using his resources, using his ways to open doors. Luis Campos has been offered 8 million euros to leave PSG and join Chelsea with a promise of 260 million pounds on players within 2 windows. What does this mean for me? This means Chelsea are serious. Chelsea are going after the best, creme de la creme, and that's what Luis Campos is. But what else is very interesting here is why would Luis Campos leave PSG to come to Chelsea? I've got the idea, guys. I've got it. It's because he's competitive. Listen, he knows he's going to win Ligue 1. He's already set up PSG to win the Champions League. When they win it, it's going to be because of Campos. Campos's plan of bringing in Vitinha, Renato Sanchez, Ruiz in the middle. This was him. He will be viewed as the catalyst. Now he can come to the Premier League, put his ideas in motion, make Chelsea win another Premier League, and maybe go after a Champions League yet again. And this is how you make a legacy. Men like Campos are hungry. Men like Campos aren't satisfied with the bare minimum of winning a Ligue 1. They want to make themselves remembered in the history of football. They're competitive. And Boehly Group is giving him the opportunity to do this. I'm actually very excited. I hope he takes it. His contacts to Brazilian, Portuguese players is second to none. Those players will be loving it. We could get an Endrick. We could get the next Bernardo Silva. We could end up with the next Renato Sanchez. We could end up getting the best talent from Southern Europe, South America. It will be amazing. I hope this happens. I'm excited. So Todd Boehly does his interview, and this interview was very interesting. He spoke about Thomas Tuchel, and this was very eye-opening. So he said it was nothing about Zagreb. It's everything I've been reporting here. This was nothing to do with results. They just didn't see eye to eye. They did not see Tuchel seeing the club in the same aura and the same vision. He literally used the words, we did not have the same vision for Chelsea Football Club. And that is perfectly fine. My frustration was you kept the man, you sold a dream, you said he was going to stay, and then you got rid of him. But I don't think it was fair. It's your club, you spent 4.25 billion US dollars on it. Big Benjamin. I think it's time for you to make a decision, and you did. And I'm actually happy it happened earlier than later on, because then it would have hurt a lot more, especially if he was on a good run of results. He was on a bad run of results. We pulled the trigger early. We got Graham Potter in, and he's open and transparent, and that's all I've been asking for from a Chelsea ownership. Give us reasons for what's happening. Whether we agree or not, at least you're being honest. He went on to speak about how he wants Chelsea to become a multi-club business, and And this was very interesting for me because he spoke about the Leipzig group. So the RB group, sorry, the Red Bull. He spoke about Leipzig and Salzburg and New York FC, New York Red Bulls, and how they use each other as almost a subsidiary club, where was a main club as a parent, and then you have almost like an insurance captives in entities that are strictly there to flourish by themselves, but yet also provide the support and the network for the main club. So Chelsea will be the main club, and we can most probably have one in America, one somewhere in Europe, one in South America, one in Australia, and they will all be under the brand Chelsea, but with a fairly different name. It's the way Manchester City currently operate. And it's what takes the brand and the entity across 2 million and turns it into billions. Because if you think about it, when Chelsea's in Europe, a lot of people aren't going to go to bed at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning to watch Chelsea. But if you have one in America, if you have one in South America, if you have one in Australia, they can support that team, and by affiliation, they're going to keep an eye on Chelsea, and then as one big entity, the club's brand grows massive. Boehly knows what he's doing, and I think I've really simplified what the main objective there is, but I'm very excited to see what they're going to do. What was really evident is they're going to hire the best in class, and this was very, very evident because they actually straight away from the outset said, Boehly said, we're going to make a massive human capital from a large entity, work on a small basis with all the fundamentals. We're going to build in the teams, add the resources, and when you think about that, yes, these are all corporate buzzwords, but it makes sense what they've already done. They've improved the app, they've improved the recruitment, they've improved the data analytics, they've improved the recruitment team. They are adding with a manager who's a coach, who's going to have a sporting director. They're trying to build something very interesting here. And Campos, 8 million euros is a lot of money for a sporting director. And I don't know whether this is going to happen, but the intentions are there, the intentions are clear, and it's very evident they've come into this with a plan already in place. This isn't something they're making up. You don't spend 4.25 billion, I'm going to reiterate, without having a plan in place. What was very interesting was he name dropped Portugal as a place that was perfect for 18, 19, 20-year-old Chelsea youngsters to go on loan. And whilst I think Lisbon's a great city and I think the Portuguese league is very competitive, I do have my reservations with consistently sending players out to the Portuguese league, only because who's going to be the feeder club in that situation? We need to arrange that, and it's actually very exciting to see how we're going to do that. Chelsea in the past tried to do this with the Dutch league, and none of the players from Vitesse Arnhem ever took the step up and came across and played consistently. I think if we look back at it, maybe Armando Broja's one that came through the Vitesse Arnhem system after 1 year. Mason Mount did as well. Other than that, we had Lucas Piazon, Charlie Musunda, Dominic Solanke. There were so many players that went out there and just got lost in the shuffle. The intention was good, but it was never effective. So I really want to see what you lot think about this. This is the one that really caught my eye. Todd Boehly also spoke about how we develop very good players within Cobham, and he spoke about Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham, who I think potentially might be returning, which I think will be a mistake, but the Boehly Group spoke about him. They mentioned him. It means they've been doing their research. They've also spoke about Trevor Chalobah, which was very interesting. No mention of Callum Hudson-Odoi, but maybe because Callum hasn't been performing to the level that to warrant his name being said out loud. They also mentioned Mo Salah and De Bruyne. Look, I know this is an innocent mistake because we didn't produce them, we bought them and we gave them a platform, but I think that's what he meant. I'm not going to be too harsh because I saw a lot of people, well, he doesn't even know that we didn't produce them, Cobham. I think he meant we had him under our, we bought them young, and essentially he counts that as part of Cobham. And in the long run, I'll be honest, I think that's how we should view it. We need to buy the best talent from the world, bring him into Chelsea, develop him here, give them opportunities, and then bridge the gap. He was very open with that fact that they need competitive minutes to develop and harness their power and then come into the Chelsea first team and be ready to play or make an impact off the bench. And this is very important. It's a project that I'm fully behind now. Look, Graham Potter was announced today. We will talk about it. And I'm very excited. I really am. I like this club. I love this club, actually. I'm not going to lie to you. I adore this club. So I'm going to back any manager. I always give fair chances to managers, and I will not change on this appointment. This is a great appointment. We have got a great manager and we need to back it. Like, I'm dead serious. We have to back him now. Tuchel is gone. There's no point mentioning him now every time there's a bad result. You won't catch me doing that. I will not be doing it. I will not mention Tuchel every time we lose or every time there's a tactical asset. But we will be looking at Potter's man management. We'll be analysing how he's dealing with the job. And I will give you my thoughts. Actually, let's get into it now. Potter's interview was very interesting today. It looks like a man that understands how far he went to Sweden 17 years ago. He explained that. And he joined the 4th division in the Swedish league. And he built that club up to the point where they went into the Europa League. Let that sink in. After that, he went to Swansea and Brighton, built Brighton up to be a proper Premier League club and got the opportunity to manage Chelsea. That is football manager stuff. That is football manager stuff. This is stories that don't happen in real life. And it's very exciting to see, and I really like it, and it's got me very excited for this appointment. I'm really invested into this appointment. The one thing I would say about Graham Potter as the manager, he didn't come across as having that aura about him yet. Hopefully that's something that develops. Because when we got Jose sat there arrogant. He had that smile that told the room, listen, I'm the most handsome man in this room. I'm the best man in this room. This is about me. When we got Carlo came in with a pedigree. When we even got AVB, came with a smile on his face. Even though he didn't fit the bill, he came in with the arrogance of, this is who I am. Sarri was very similar to Potter. Very timid, very shy, very quiet. Tried to be confident, but you could see it wasn't in their natural nature. So, I really hope he comes out of that shell, embraces it, and with wins and trophies, he's going to build that reputation for himself and the arrogance. Because I think top-class managers need to have arrogance. They do. It's not a bad thing. A mixture of arrogance and cockiness, beautiful for a top-class manager. It builds the portfolio of the individual. I want to see it. And I think this will develop. Then, talking about the team news for the Salzburg game, Mendy's out. He's injured. Apparently, Bowen kicked him hard. A lot of us said it weren't a foul. Me here. Maybe it was a foul. He did get kicked and he's hurt. NG is out as well. Everyone else is available. It is exciting. It is what we want to see. Other than that, people, this is the news. We will have more after tomorrow's game. I've got an exam tomorrow in the morning. Wish me luck. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts. I think Chelsea should beat Salzburg. I pray we beat Salzburg. We'll break that game tomorrow for Chatting Breeze. And I want all of you to ensure that you're going to be back here. Peace out. I'm out. Have a nice day.